now joined by Nobel winner Abhijit Banerjee. Professor Banerjee currently teaches economics at MIT, the Massachusetts Institute of Technology in Boston. Thank you very much for joining us, Professor Banerjee. Professor Banerjee, after President Donald Trump won the elections last year, you called it a disaster for the world in one of your columns. You said the US will hit its own crisis. Is the US in crisis yet?
I think US is in crisis. It's also, as I think many people expect, it's going to be a fairly long crisis in the sense that there is a set of promises. It's not clear what exactly they will deliver, and so there needs to be a moment when people just feel the pain, or maybe it succeeds. But I think most economists expect that it won't go the way I think the president has promised, that not a lot of manufacturing will in fact start in the US. So what's going to happen, I think more that there will be, various, adjustments, possibly some concessions. But I think overall, and maybe the hope is that he will declare victory.
Okay, you said that manufacturing will not be able to keep up to speed in the US. So then the big question is, will the US hit a recession? What's your prediction on that front?
Well, again, it depends very much on what happens with the China negotiations. I think it's going to be very much a question of whether the US decides that they've got enough from this process and they declare victory fairly soon, or whether they actually continue to push on it. And I don't know which way it's going to go, actually. I would love to know the answer, but I don't.
All right, Professor Banerjee, in President Trump's first term, we saw the stock markets act as a guardrail, if you will, that kept his policies in check. But a few days ago, you saw it. It seemed like Trump pretty much ignored Wall Street, the crash that we saw, until, of course, Wednesday, where he offered some kind of temporary respite on tariffs. Does that show us that the markets will help restrain President Trump in the months ahead?
I think there's certainly a set of influential people who were very upset by what was happening in the market, and I suspect that they did have some effect. It's hard to tell. It's not insane to what the president said is there is a rationale for it, which is that you can't really move that fast to make deals. You need time. So it's not. One could imagine that he really means 90 days and there will be deals, and if there aren't deals, then he's going to go back to his promised tariffs. I think there is a pressure on him to make deals as he had promised, and I assume that's what he wants. Whether the deals he wants, the countries are willing to deliver, especially is China willing to deliver the deals he wants, that's a more interesting question.